Dwayne Johnson, better known as The Rock, is one man loved by his fans. He constantly reciprocates his love through social media, tightening the bond between in the process. The 48-year-old towering Canadian-American is super talented, juggling his careers as an actor, a producer, and a businessman. He is one of the highest paid actors in the world and has amassed a staggering $280 million in net worth. His movies have grossed over $10.5 billion worldwide, making him one of the most sought-after faces of Hollywood. The retired professional wrestler banked a whopping sum of $124 million in 2018 alone. Curious to find out how he spends his millions? Here is the smell of what The Rock is cooking with his earnings. When you are the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, you deserve to live like a king. The Rock owns several mansions across the United States. His latest acquisition, the $9.5 million Georgia mega mansion, is quite something. The 14,500 square feet mansion sits on 46 acres of land in the small town of Powder Spring in Atlanta. Guess how he decided to pay for the house? Cash. He paid $9.5 million in hard cash. If you earn $70,000 an episode for appearing on HBO TV series Ballers, then why not stack up the money in a briefcase and pay? That's exactly what he did. The mansion has 3 living rooms, fitted with humongous flat screens. He probably needs that to watch himself. An elegant spiral staircase will usher you to the upper floor, where at first sight you will spot a wine cellar. There is a well-stocked library, several fireplaces to keep the house warm at all times. Everything is reminiscent of luxury. The beautiful chandeliers, the decor that follows a rustic southern style, and the wooden pillars carved from exotic woods. The mansion has elegant 8 bedrooms, with 9 bathrooms, 3 of which are half bathrooms. All the bedrooms are fitted with king-size beds and sitting areas. The kitchen is enormous, featuring a standalone marble island and several dining areas. A large infinity pool sums up the grandiose touch of the home from outside, with an additional 12-stall barn for horses, a riding arena with a watchdog and a farmhouse. He also owns a 3.4 palatial mansion in Miami, a home 4.5 million mansion in Los Angeles, and another property in London. If you truly are a fan of this guy, you will notice he loves his cars, and loves them driven at a frightening speed. Dwayne Johnson is a giant of a man. No arguing about that. That natural fact has proved to be a stumbling block whenever he plans to add some toys to his garage. This, however, hasn't stopped the Jumanji actor from acquiring extremely costly whips. He owns a custom Ford F-150 because of its generous interior space. The big man doesn't struggle to get into this car. He paid about $70,000 for it. The Rock owns yet another large pickup truck, Hennessy Velociraptor V8. The monster off-road truck costs $150,000 and can move from 0 to 60 miles in a neck-breaking 4.1 seconds. Isn't that too creepy for a truck? Moving a notch higher, The Rock's celebrity status is made evident when he pulls up in his exquisite sports machine, Pagani Huayra. As small as the car may appear, his bulging tattooed shoulders can actually fit in. The car costs a mouth-watering $2.4 million and can dash 0 to 62 miles in a mere 3.2 seconds. The driveway in The Rock's home gets nastier when you approach his elegant Ferrari LaFerrari, a $1.5 million magnificent machine. Does the Italian sports ride probably remind The Rock of Too Fast, Too Furious? Or is it Hobbs & Shaw? The megastar also drives the elusively expensive Rolls-Royce Wraith. This car is the epitome of class, meant to keep the paparazzi's cameras rolling at the red carpet events. The V12 6.5-litre British Beauty costs around $450,000. He also owns a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, costing $450,000. A Lamborghini Huracan Evo, costing $280,000. A Cadillac Escalade, costing $100,000. And a BMW i8, costing $150,000. When you are an all-rounded star and box office juggernaut, traveling in a commercial flight makes you kind of uneasy. That is why The Rock settled for the super luxurious and fancy Gulfstream G650, with an insane price tag of $65 million attached to it. He continuously shares pictures of him and his family with his 188 million Instagram followers going for vacation using this flying palace. He is a lover of pets and moves around with his dog wherever he goes. When it comes to dressing to kill, this guy crushes his competitors like biscuits, especially when it comes to suits. Apparently, he spends a fortune to acquire his perfectly made fitting suits, which always leave his fans soaked in tears of admiration. As one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood, the California native never disappoints when it comes to the red carpet. His sophisticated style is rooted in mastery of tailoring, leaving him with an absolute epic look. It doesn't come cheap though. He reportedly spends a minimum of $1,000 on a pair. He knows how to play with the colors and getting to pick designer shoes to complement them. This guy loves to back ride horses and enjoys fishing. These expensive hobbies motivated him to buy a farm outside Charlottesville, Virginia. When he gets tired from all the noise in Hollywood, the camera lights, take one, take two. He visits his $3 million farm to unwind and relax. The property is vast, spanning over 70 acres, and has a horse stable and a fishing farm. For the fans of Dwayne Johnson, one thing they will tell you about him without thinking is his undying love for fitness. It's no secret. The guy's veins can strangle anyone to death in a split second. His ever-astute physique is down to unmatched dedication at the gym. He apparently purchased a traveling gym that he named the Iron Paradise. His ridiculous fitness routine made him part with over $10 million to have the gym complete and always on the move. Whether he is shooting a movie in Asia, Africa, or South America, the Iron Paradise always comes with him. Apart from assembling it to full competition in terms of resources, he spends millions of dollars to have it moved to his ever-changing locations. His tough upbringing taught him how to be grateful. He regularly gifts himself and his loved ones expensive things. He bought himself a $35,000 worth of Rolex watch after wearing a fake one for years. He confessed he always had a soft spot for Rolex, but his pocket value couldn't live up to the standards of getting one. So when he finally made it, he went and purchased a legit one. He recently splashed over $1 million on acquiring 2 cars, which he gave his old man as gifts. One of the vehicles was a brand new Cadillac Escalade that ended up making his father wear some feigned smile after undergoing hip surgery. He also gifted his mum with a fully furnished house on one of her birthdays. When it comes to his own birthday, he is known to throw the biggest of them all. Where it turns out, he is the one who usually gives out gifts in his own party. Apart from living quite a glamorous life, The Rock is known to be one of the most giving people in Hollywood. His humble attitude prompted him to start the Dwayne Johnson Rock Foundation, a platform where he pumps millions of dollars in order to help make the world a better place. The organization was founded in 2006 and focuses on assisting children with illnesses, disabilities, and disorders. The Rock has also employed several people in his production company called $7, a name that was inspired by a true story. That of when he found himself in Hollywood with only $7 in his pocket. He partners with other production companies to create blockbuster films. He signed a deal with clothing line Under Armour for fitness clothes. In 2018, they launched a sneaker line, selling at $130. Due to his huge publicity, the shoes sold out in less than 30 minutes. All of the proceeds from the sale were donated to his charity. Did you know that Dwayne Johnson was a third-generation wrestler from his family? His grandfather was a wrestler, his father too, In fact, his father's stage name was Rocky Johnson. The current WWE superstar, Roman Reigns, is The Rock's first cousin. As he continues to bank millions and expand his muscles, we will be looking out for what he is up to. Or have you been able to smell what The Rock is cooking already? So there you have it, how Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson spends his millions. What would you do if you had all this money? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications.